It is Bad Jordan here, and today we're running a team with two counter users, so it should be fun. And we also have a Bastidon who protects us from things that would counter us, so things like fairies, um, flyers like Skarmory and Altaria. We do struggle a bit with the Deoxys and we have some play against Azumarill. We have the Psychic to hit it with Medicham and also the Body Slam. So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So our first opponent is Lumia. She leads Altaria, we lead Vigoroth. So I don't love this matchup. So what we're going to do, we'll try and catch the Sky Attack. We just get it as that message pops up. And Sky Attack is not going to do anything to Bastidon because he's just so tanky. And we keep farming, and unfortunately that's a problem when you use Bastidon as a switch. Yeah, we get caught against a Mud Boy or a counter user. So it's unfortunate, but we get a Stone Edge off and we did farm a little bit. So he tries to farm us down and he ends up having to take another Stone Edge. Interestingly, he shields that. Not sure I would have done that myself. Maybe he's expecting me to farm him with a grass user, but we have Vigoroth with quite a lot of energy, so we can throw the Body Slam and we're going to be forced to shield this, but he also has a lot of energy and he's going to throw another Hydro Cannon. So yeah, definitely like Vigoroth. I think it's underused. It's really good as a lead, covers a lot of things, so at least you'll be able to get a Body Slam off and do some decent damage. But yeah, he finishes us off, chooses not to farm us down with Dragon Breath, and now we have our Medicham, our no fighting charge move Medicham, and we get rid of the Altaria. So now we're up against a Skarmory, and I'm thinking, oh no, double flyer against double counter user with a bad lead. We don't have much play against this, but I think the team did okay. We didn't get slaughtered. I'm not sure if we would have won with Dynamic Punch. Probably not. Probably wouldn't have got to the two charge moves, but yeah, really unfortunate. But yeah, they take game one, but it's onwards and upwards from here as we learn to use the team better, and hopefully we don't land double flyers or anything like that. So our second game is against Polysis. He brings out Bastidon as a lead. This is really good for us, so we can just counter it down. So he switches pretty slow, which is good for us. So we go straight for the Body Slam. We needed to get at least one Body Slam, or just the one Body Slam on Medicham. He doesn't shield, and he goes for his own Ice Punch. So we take that pretty well. So in the mirror matchup, I think because we got the prior damage off, we'll just keep spamming Ice Punch. I think that's the best thing to do. We kind of wanted to go for Psychic, but we figured he had energy charge, so he'd shield. So he's down a shield, and we're also down a shield. But also now we have switch advantage. So switch advantage with a Pokemon like Bastidon, it's a strategy I'll use a lot. Just even if it means giving up a shield, if switch advantage with Bastidon is because yeah, Bastidon has some really hard counters, and it also can get hard countered by a lot. So definitely a strategy I like. Definitely how I like to use Bastidon. So we go for Stone Edge and Tropius shield. And he brings his own Bastidon, and we can definitely shield this. And we know he has no shield, so we can say goodbye to him with Bulldoze. Could have farmed up a little bit more, but we know this game's in the bag, which is great. And now he dumps his energy, so now he can't kill. He has no shot against killing our own Bastidon. So our Bastidon, we have a Stone Edge, and see you later, Tropius. So we take game two. So definitely with the lead matchup, winning the lead and having Bastidon in the back is almost a sure win. Unless they have like 3 counters or something ridiculous. But now we'll get into the third game, Vigoroth versus Registeel. Another great matchup for us. And Registeel stays in, and I don't care if this is a Focus Blast or Flash Cannon. It is a Focus Blast, which is good. We will shield that no matter what, because counter damage is really adding up fast. So Registeel's not taking the counter damage very well. And we go for the Body Slam here, so bit of a misplay there. We went for the Bulldoze bait before, but because he had energy, he was always going to shield. So bad play by us. And he brings out Toxicroak, a big threat to us, and we need to Body Slam that, take its shield. But our Medicham has a great matchup against the Toxicroak. So we can keep farming, and he's thinking he can probably tank a Dynamic Punch or Ice Punch, and we go for the Psychic. So that's great, we really needed to get rid of that. So definitely like Psychic on Medicham, definitely encourage it and give it a shot. Find myself not using Dynamic Punch too much because I already have 2 counter users. So with this Lantern, we choose not to get to the Bulldoze, which is fine. And we try and make the switch there, but that would have been a bad switch anyway. Could have been risky if he kept farming, but otherwise it's fine. We know we can tank a Hydro Pump because Bastidon is just so tanky. No dramas there, and he brings our Registeel. We can finish it off with our charge move. So yeah, really like Bastidon, able to farm up the Lantern there, so pretty cool. So we take that game. So next game is against Team A and a whole bunch of letters and numbers with the Litwick hat on. And Vigoroth into Victory Bell, interesting matchup, but he chooses to get out of there. And you know, we had switch advantage. Let's put him to the sword early and go for the shield bait. We get it. So he's in a horrific spot here, and we have the Bastidon. Kind of a hard counter. You know, the bone clubs do add up, but we can farm this guy down. And I think we're going to shield just the 1, which is fine. So we can just farm this, farm the Marowak down. Bone clubs definitely add up. So don't see a whole lot of Alolan Marowak. Now he goes to Victory Belt. We do a bit of a flex here and just go for the Stone Edge. Trying to rub it in a little bit because there's no reason to go for Stone Edge, but yeah, just get cocky there. Probably shouldn't do that. That's pretty disrespectful. But we go into Medicham, and Medicham is a great answer to Melmetal. So he has Thunderbolt, which is interesting. So maybe he doesn't have Rock Slide. Usually we see Rock Slide at Superpower, and we don't have the Dynamic Punch, but it's fine. We have so much counter damage, and we get rid of the Melmetal with ease there. So 5th game, we get another Registeel lead, which is good. So Registeel is pretty popular in the lead or in the back, so we don't worry about what it's going to do. It goes for Focus Blast. I thought it'd go for Flash Cannon, considering I'd shield regardless, so that's fine. We bring in Bastidon, and he brings in Altaria. We're in a great spot, so pretty standard Registeel Altaria team. Probably means he has a Zoomerl in the back. This guy is pretty boring, pretty standard team, but we understand he needs to climb. You might as well use Meta Picks if you want to climb, but yeah, it's not much fun. So it is a Zoomerl, and Bastidon does okay against a Zoomerl, especially against a non-Hydro Pump variants. So we go for the Stone Edge, get some more damage off. It is the Smackdowns that are adding up a little bit as well. It's a pretty strong move. So he goes for the Ice Beam. He needs to farm us down. And we get greedy here, but we don't want to give up switch advantage. But we know we have a Body Slam loaded. We go to Vigoroth and throw that Body Slam. We got another one. So we're just throwing Body Slams at the Azumarill. We need to get rid of that. Get rid of that mouse, whatever it is. He goes for Ice Beam. We live that just fine. But yeah, really like Vigoroth in the lead. Has lots of good matchups, and you know, even if it's a bad matchup, you can always get a Body Slam off. He's had enough. His standard team is sent packing. So we go 4-1, and overall I think I'm about 8-2 with this team. So definitely going to use it more, and definitely encourage you to use the double counter strategy. So hopefully you don't encounter any Deoxys D. You can still work around that, but other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.